Martha? It's no use. I know you're there. What did you do to her? Tell me, you cow.
Oh, don't try to be abusive, Luke. You just sound silly.
I woke up. She was in the tunnel where the young one goes. She was drowning. It was you. You did something to her. Tell me what you did, or I'll never see for you again. Ever. Do you hear me?
I'm not the one who needs people to see for them. Don't you forget that, Luke.
Hello, Dad. I've got your nice suit all wet.
No.
Do you need any help?
It was a dumb thing to do.
I didn't say anything.
You behaved like a weekender, no backup, nobody knew where you were. You broke nearly every rule in the book, and you're lucky to be alive. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, you're right. It was a stupid thing to do, but it wasn't an accident. I didn't imagine it.
It was a tunnel, it was dark, you'd lost your mouthpiece, you were disorientated. Anyone would have started hallucinating. You'd probably been without oxygen for 2 or 3 minutes.
Is that hallucination? Look at it, Dad. It's the clean cut. Did I imagine that?
It was a tunnel. It could have been caused by a sharp rock.
Or a sharp knife. Look, Dad, I was really focused down there, really concentrating. I wasn't out of it. I know what happened. There was someone else down there or something else.
What's that supposed to mean?
A while away, I saw that kid again from the cliff top. Only this time I got to speak to him. He's blind, Dad, but he got up there all by himself. Anyway, when I spoke to him, it was like he was waking up from some sort of trance, you know, like he'd been sleepwalking. Anyway, he said there were men in the bay. Said he heard them. Diving for jewels, he said, in the tunnel under the cliff. But there was no one there, no boat in the bay. So what do you make of that?
He's probably the local half-wit. They say every village has one.
So what about the tunnel? The tunnel was there, wasn't it, under the water? How could he have known? Explain that one.
Fortunately, I don't have to.
Yeah, well, I think he's some kind of mystic, like a clairvoyant. Maybe the tunnel's got a curse on it. Well, what do you think?
You should be honored, Luke. Honored. Your ancestor, Gilbert Montliscard, was perhaps the greatest thinker, the finest mind of his day. Here, in the great labor of his life, the Tractus Naturalis. Gilbert Montliscard, natural philosopher and alchemist. Feel it, Luke. His hands traced these very pages. Can't you feel his spirit reaching out to us down the centuries? Of course you can. You're a Montliscard. You share his blood. That is why it is your obligation. No. Your privilege to help me in the work he could not finish. You and I must turn back the shroud of history. The stones must be found, Luke. They must be got.
I'd no idea, really.
No, of course not. No, that's right. Thank you. Ma'am?
Oh, help yourself, please. Well, fancy that then. You related to the aristocracy, Rob. Don't know what Mrs. Edgerton will say when I tell her. Can't wait to see her face.
Now, as you see, your nephew is in direct line.
Oh, dear me.
So, now, tell me, Mrs. Shepherd, does Robert have anything which might be described as a family heirloom? Anything at all?
No. No, we haven't. We've never been that sort of people, not really. Didn't think we were anyhow, did we, Rob?
You're absolutely sure there wasn't anything at all left you by your father?
If there had been, would we still be living here?
I don't know, it's quite...
It's a dump.
Yes. Wonder if I might make a phone call.
Yes, of course. It's in the hall.
I don't see it's such a big deal.
What you talking about?
Well, I mean, everyone's related to someone, aren't they? I mean, I've got 4 grandparents, 8 great-grandparents, 16... You're in the big numbers in no time. I'm probably related to half the phone book.
Martha, be reasonable. Well, the boy lives with his aunt. How can I search the place? No, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. Of course it's the right address. Yes?
There's this. It was my dad's, but he never used it.
Martha, can I ring you back? I think we might be in business after all.
Industrial waste, toxic sludge. Give some thought to what's really happening in the bay.
Ah, your telly lady. So, did you fancy her?
Behave yourself, horrible child. Her station covered the Parliamendra story in '87. And you know what? The bosses pulled the story, trashed it, binned it, buried it. Isn't that brilliant?
Is it?
Well, yes, it means we're not wasting our time. It means we're onto something. Fran was really excited, I could tell.
Was she? That's great. No, really. So what's the next step?
Officially, the story's dead, but Fran's going to do some more checking. I'm going to call her tomorrow and find out what she's got. In fact, she's coming down here in the next few days. She's been invited to some family reunion up at Montliscard Place. That's a stroke of luck, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's out there now. I can feel it. And we're not talking curse of the tunnel here. This is something real. Now listen, it's 20 minutes to the village. It'll only take me about 10 minutes to make the phone call. And 20 minutes back,
I
all
swear
right?
that I will not go diving. I swear that I won't go near the water. Cut my throat if I tell a lie in a cellar full of rats. Anyway, I haven't got an airline, have I?
Well, there's a Chandler's at the harbour. I'll see what I can find, okay?
I'll see you later.
Yep.
take care of him.
Yes, madam. You want him for me?
Alright. How far is she taking you? A couple of miles?
Well, he's not bad at all to see.
Yeah. You going down the pub later?
Yeah, I might do.
All right. Oh, yeah, by the way, you know, if you're riding that top suit later and you see any rabbits, give me a shout.
Yeah, okay, will do.
Well,
I left a tray for him. Didn't look as though he was going to eat it, though.
he can starve to death in a few days if he wants. Until then, you do whatever it takes to keep him healthy.
Easier said than done, madam.
Oh, come on, Tierks, brace up. Not going to let a brat get the better of us, are we?
You may as well take it. I'm not going to eat anything. Well, come on then. Don't just stand there. Take the wretched thing away. Who are you?
Hello?
Fran?
Tom! Hi. So, just a minute. Sorry about that. I had my hands full. How are you? Good journey back?
Fine, yeah. I got a bit of a shock when I got back, though. You know my daughter, Nell? She went diving on her own, the silly girl. She got into difficulties and had a very narrow escape.
Is she all right?
No, we're a tough lot, us Fruins. She's okay, but the thing is, she's convinced that she was attacked. And between you and me, I tend to agree with her. Someone ripped her airline and left her to drown.
Oh, no. It's terrible. What are you going to do?
Well, I haven't decided yet, but we've certainly rattled someone's cage. How about you? Any luck?
Yeah, not bad. I found the journalist who covered the Paola story. Very methodical guy. He kept all his notes on computer, fortunately, and it makes for some very interesting reading. For example, did you know... Oh, hold on. I'll just get it up on the screen.
Fran? Are you there?
Yeah, it's gone. The disc is gone.
You sure you don't want any of this?
I'm on hunger strike.
What if they let you starve? I mean, what if your guardian doesn't care?
She cares, all right. I'm important. She needs me to see for her.
How do you mean?
Martha is obsessed. She thinks it's her life's mission to complete the work of Gilbert Montliscard.
Who's he?
Oh, an ancestor of mine about 6 zillion years ago. He was the first baronet, and I'm the 9th. He was an alchemist, a sort of old-fashioned scientist.
So where do you fit in?
Well, I can see things. I mean, I can't actually see, but I can see, if you see what I mean.
Like when you knew I was in trouble?
Sometimes it's like that. But then Martha gives me this stuff, like wine, only stronger. And it makes me see things from a long time ago, when Gilbert was alive.
Does your social worker know about this?
Sorry?
Never mind. Tell me about seeing things. Like what? The men in the boat, the ones who go diving for jewels?
Yes. They're Gilbert's brothers. If the jewels should ever come together, a great power is released.
So the brothers collected these jewels. So what did they do with them then? Give them to Gilbert?
No. Gilbert destroyed the family. The brothers hate him. That's why they send the young one through the tunnel to get the 5th stone. To stop Gilbert's work forever and seize the 5th stone.
Hey, steady on. You're really serious about this, aren't you?
Power is still there. Under the cliff. In the darkness. Martha thinks she can control it. But it's me it reaches out to. I'm the one it really wants.
This is crazy.
Ah, there you are.
Where else would I be?
I'll just take your tray if you've finished with it. Well, well, you found your appetite at last, have you? I wonder when you were going to get tired of that game. You notice a chill in here at all?
It's absolutely fine. Leave me alone.
Oh, no. I can't agree with that. Something's definitely not quite right. I could almost swear to it.
What are you talking about? What are you doing? Get out, Yards! What are you doing?
Hi. Bye.
I'm gonna hurt you one of these days, boy. You just see if I don't.
But I can't see, can I? So I don't know what you're going on about.
Wait! She's getting away.
I take it that is the girl from the boat?
Yeah.
She and her father will be out of the bay on the next tide. I guarantee it.
Who are they?
Customs and excise.
I knew you'd get busted one day.
You're out of breath. They probably just want to go through the VAT
Oh,
return.
you wish.
Come on.